Imagine walking into a room and instantly knowing who's confident, who's nervous, who's interested in talking to you, and who's secretly waiting for an excuse to leave. Sounds like a superpower, right? The truth is, people start communicating long before they open their mouths. Their body is already telling a story. You just need to know how to read it. Today, I'll show you exactly how to read anyone before they even speak, using psychology-backed body language cues. And make sure you stay until the end, because I'll also share the 4 golden rules that stop you from making embarrassing, wrong assumptions. Why body language matters. Think about the last time someone told you, "I'm fine." Did you believe them? Probably not, because their slumped shoulders, forced smile, and lack of eye contact told a completely different story. Research suggests that much of our communication happens nonverbally. While people can carefully choose their words, controlling every tiny movement of their body is much harder. That's why detectives, negotiators, and even successful business leaders pay close attention to body language. But here's something most people don't know. Not every part of the body is equally honest. Some parts reveal far more than others. Let's start with the one almost everyone ignores. The feet never lie. Most people spend the entire conversation looking at someone's face. Big mistake. If you really want to know what someone is thinking, look at their feet. Why? Because people rarely think about controlling them. If someone's feet point toward you, they're usually interested and engaged. But if both feet slowly turn toward the exit, their mind has probably already left the conversation. Ever notice someone constantly bouncing their foot while waiting for exciting news? Those are often called happy feet. They can signal excitement, but sometimes impatience too. Now here's something even more interesting. If someone suddenly stops moving their feet altogether after being relaxed a moment ago, it can signal stress or emotional tension. And confidence? Confident people naturally take up more space. Their stance is wider, more relaxed, and they look grounded. Meanwhile, people who feel insecure often stand with their feet close together, making themselves appear smaller. Here's a simple rule you'll never forget. Where the feet point, attention usually follows. The torso reveals comfort. Now, move your eyes slightly higher. Your torso is incredibly honest because it's protecting your most important organs. Without realizing it, we turn our chest toward people we like and away from people or situations that make us uncomfortable. Notice someone leaning toward you while you're speaking? That's usually genuine interest. Leaning away? They may be bored, uncomfortable, or mentally checking out. Crossed arms often get a bad reputation. People instantly assume someone is defensive. But here's the catch. Sometimes they're just cold. That's why context matters. Instead of judging one gesture, look for several signals happening together. Someone leaning away, crossing their arms, and pointing their feet toward the exit. Now the message becomes much clearer. Hands reveal confidence. Have you ever wondered why powerful leaders often keep their hands visible? Because hidden hands make people subconsciously uncomfortable. Throughout history, seeing someone's hands meant knowing they weren't holding a weapon. Today, hiding your hands in your pockets can unintentionally make you seem nervous or less trustworthy. Confident people also use open gestures. Hands on hips, arms behind the back, taking up space. These all project authority. Another fascinating gesture is called steepling, touching your fingertips together. You'll often see executives, lawyers, and experienced negotiators using it. It quietly communicates confidence without saying a single word. But nervous people do the opposite. They rub their neck, play with their fingers, touch their face, or repeatedly fidget. These are called self-soothing behaviors because your brain is literally trying to calm itself down. The face gives clues, but it can also lie. Ironically, the face is the body part people trust the most, and it's also the easiest to fake. That's why you should use facial expressions as supporting evidence, not your only evidence. Take smiles, for example. A genuine smile reaches the eyes. You'll notice tiny wrinkles around the corners. A A fake smile usually stops at the mouth. The eyes stay almost completely unchanged. Eye contact tells another story. Good eye contact often shows confidence and interest. Avoiding eye contact may suggest nervousness. But staring without blinking, that can feel intimidating, or even signal someone is trying too hard. Rapid blinking often appears during moments of stress. Tightly pressed lips can suggest someone is holding back their opinion. A quick nose flare? That can happen just before someone argues, gets angry, or prepares for something physically demanding. Your face constantly leaks tiny emotional clues, even when you're trying your best to hide them. The hidden signals most people miss. Here's where body language gets really interesting. Sometimes it isn't about movement at all. It's about matching. People naturally mirror those they like. If you cross your legs, a few moments later, they do too. You lean forward, they unconsciously copy you. This is called mirroring, and it's one of the strongest indicators of rapport. Another overlooked clue is someone's voice. When people feel confident, their voice becomes steady and relaxed. Stress often speeds up speech or makes it higher pitched. Even the way someone talks about other people reveals a lot about their personality. Confident people usually build others up. Insecure people often tear others down. The 4 rules that make you accurate. Here's where most people get body language completely wrong. They see one gesture and jump to a conclusion. Don't do that. Rule number 1, never judge a single gesture. Always look for clusters. Rule number 2, watch for sudden changes. If someone was relaxed 1 second and suddenly becomes tense, something just changed emotionally. Rule number 3, always consider context. Crossed arms could mean defensiveness, or simply that the room is freezing. And finally, rule number 4, trust the body more than the words. Imagine someone smiling, maintaining eye contact, but both feet are pointed toward the door. Their words say they're enjoying the conversation. Their body says they can't wait to leave. The body usually wins. Here's the biggest lesson to remember. Reading people isn't about becoming a human lie detector. It's about noticing patterns. One gesture means very little. 5 gestures happening together tell a story. The more you observe people in everyday life, in cafes, offices, schools, or even family gatherings, the better you'll become at understanding emotions that most people never notice. And once you learn to read what people say without speaking, you'll never look at conversations the same way again.